My people, this story today is something that got a lot of people talking all over the country. The headline making rounds everywhere says, Sheikh Gumi on the run as bandits kidnap Emirs, and many villagers run away from the village. Now, before we even dive deep into this story, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet, because what we're about to discuss needs your attention. This is one of those stories that shows how serious the situation in some parts of Nigeria has become. So let's talk about what's going on. Reports have been coming from the northern parts of the country again about bandits invading communities, attacking villages, and causing fear among people. Some villagers are said to have left their homes after hearing that a nearby village was attacked. Imagine living in a place where you go to bed at night but can't sleep well because you don't know if something bad will happen before morning. That's the reality for many people right now. And yes, the name of Sheikh Ahmad Gumi has come up again. That same Islamic cleric who's been known for his controversial approach to the bandit issue in the past. Now let's take a moment to understand who Sheikh Gumi is. He's a cleric who believes in dialogue, talking to those causing problems instead of fighting them. Some people think it's a brave move. Others believe it's the wrong way. He's visited forest areas, spoken to armed groups, and said he's trying to make peace between the government and those involved in crime. But many Nigerians don't trust that approach. They ask, why talk to people who are hurting innocent citizens? So when you see a headline saying Sheikh Gumi is on the run, it immediately gets attention because people want to know if something finally caught up with him or if it's just another rumor spreading online. And please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you can always get updates like this when we post. Now back to the gist. In recent days, there have been multiple reports of attacks where bandits invaded communities, burned houses, and took people away. Some say even emirs, traditional rulers, were targeted. That's a serious thing because an emir represents peace, culture, and authority. When traditional rulers are not safe, people start wondering who really is safe. In some of these villages, people left everything behind. Farms, shops, homes, and ran for their lives. Parents carrying their children, farmers leaving their tools, women and men just running to wherever they could find safety. You can almost picture the chaos, people screaming, motorcycles speeding off, everyone trying to escape. It's heartbreaking because many of those people have lived in those villages for generations. They have their farms, their family homes, everything there. But because of insecurity, they have to run away and start again somewhere else. Just think about that for a moment. How would you feel if you had to leave your home in the middle of the night because of fear? That's the pain many Nigerians in those areas are facing today. And again, don't forget, please like this video and subscribe. Your engagement really helps this kind of report reach more people who need to hear the truth. Now, talking about Sheikh Gumi, some people believe he has good intentions, that he just wants peace and doesn't want more bloodshed. But others think his words sometimes make things worse because they sound like he's defending the same people causing pain. Over the years, he's spoken about the need to understand why these groups exist and to find ways to integrate them back into society. But that idea doesn't sit well with many Nigerians. So whenever something happens, his name trends, whether he said something or not. And that's exactly what is happening now. Now imagine if you were one of those villagers. You wake up one morning and see smoke rising from a neighboring community. You hear gunshots. Everyone starts shouting, "They're coming!" You grab your children, maybe a small bag of clothes, and run into the bush. That's the kind of story that many people have told journalists and NGOs in the last few months. Some even said they walked miles without food just to reach a safer town. That's not just a story on paper. That's someone's real life. This situation also affects the economy in the north. Many people depend on farming. But if people are running away, who will plant? Who will harvest? That's why food items like grains and vegetables are getting more expensive in the markets. The chain of problems keeps growing. Insecurity leads to hunger. Hunger leads to frustration. Frustration leads to more crime. It's like a circle that keeps going round. And the question remains, when will this circle stop? Will the government finally find a lasting solution? Many Nigerians are asking the same thing. Security agencies have been working hard, no doubt, but the challenge is huge. And in between all these, rumors start spreading, like this one about Sheikh Gumi being on the run. Even though there's no verified evidence of that, people still believe it because they associate him with the whole issue of banditry. That's how quickly social media spreads fear. So as you're listening now, I want you to drop your thoughts below. What do you think can really bring peace? Is it dialogue, like Sheikh Gumi always says? Or is it strong military action? Or maybe a combination of both? Your voice matters, so let's talk about it in the comments. And don't forget, yes, you guessed it, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't. Now, let's wrap this part with something important. The media has a big role to play in all of this. When they report stories, they must be careful not to spread panic or false information, because one wrong headline can cause confusion across an entire region. We must focus on verified facts and avoid exaggeration. That's why we're telling this story clearly today, so that you understand what's real and what's still a rumor. But at the same time, we can't ignore the real pain people are going through. The villagers who lost their homes, the families who still don't know where their loved ones are, the local leaders trying to protect their people with very little support. These are the true faces behind the headline. They're the ones who need help, not just our sympathy. If you've watched up to this point, thank you so much. You're part of the group of people who believe in hearing the truth calmly and respectfully. Please like this video and subscribe. It really helps us reach more people. And remember, we're all part of the same country. What affects one region affects all of us in one way or another. So let's stay informed, stay kind, and keep hoping for peace. That's the gist for now. The full story behind the headline about Sheikh Gumi and the ongoing insecurity. If more details come out later, we'll bring them to you in a clear and verified way. Till then, stay safe, stay alert, and don't forget to share this video so more people can understand what's really happening.